Betel Shalom, Rabbi Adonai El Elohim. Boker Tov, Erev Tov. Greetings, Shalom. I'm Lee, the teacher of prophecy. Revelations 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Behold, I set a woman like the Statue of Liberty, with 7 crowns on her head. See, people, and 7 spears in her hand, with a strong demand that she is without want, that woman that sits in the water between New Jersey and New York, Manhattan. Let me start off by saying, who is the Antichrist, and how can you tell who the Antichrist is? Many say the Antichrist is coming, that there's one Antichrist that came, Napoleon, there was 2, Hitler, and there was 3, the Greeks, and then there was the Persians and all this blah, blah, blah. Don't you people know that the Antichrist has been here since the day of Apollo? Do you know who Apollo is? Find out who Apollo is and who was Alexander the Fake. Now, let's get to Revelations about how to find out who the evil one is to show you that he's here. When you read Revelations, go to the quote where it says, "And John saw a falling star, and the pit of hell opened up, and out came, out of the pit of hell, of the evil one, the devil, 3 unclean spirits that were like frogs." And God gives the definition to John of who the unclean spirits were that looked like frogs, because they were hopping from country to country, place to place, city to city, and titty to titty. You know, tit tat. And God explains, unveiling the mystery of Babylon, that these unclean spirits were the merchants of the earth, which owned ships at their shorelines and traded to and fro with the gifts they had stole, that they used to call booties. Not a booties on a woman, but they used to call the gold, silver, and diamonds that they were killing and murdering people around the world. They used to call them their booties, if you follow what I'm getting at. Now, also Revelation goes on to state that the Antichrist would not have love for God, Adonai, Elohim, nor the love of women. That's why you see men killing women like they are today. They hate them. Women realize this, but they can't do too much about it. They're trying to get power. That's not going to stop a man. Woman didn't kill man. Who killed Abel? Wasn't that a man? That's who's killing women, because they have no more love. Their love is the love of gold, diamonds, silver, and most precious things. Fine ointment, fine flour, meal, perfume, jewelry. Look at everything that the Europeans and America, England, Australia, Canada has. They have all of this fine stuff that's in Revelation 17 and 18. The only country in the world. Everyone is begging them for it. And they fall for the trickery that they took from you by the power of the G-U-N, gun. That's why they love guns, they love bombs, they love missiles, they love jets, because they don't want you to have them, though. Because what they got is a miracle, it seems, to the one that doesn't have. So you are in want. This is why God told John, the angel, told him, why marvel over these things? Let me show you what these things are. Now, when you read Revelation 17 and 18, read what it says that they have. How do they get these things to and fro? By the sea. Remember, The first name the Egyptians gave the Europeans when they saw them, they called them sea people because they came from the sea, not out of the sea, but from the sea. That means they came from some of their lands by ship, boat, whatever, canoe, however they got there. They got there though with weapons, many of weapons, to seek and destroy. And that's what happened to the world. And that is the Antichrist, according to the word of Adonai. Not according to me. It's just that you read but can't understand because you can't unravel the parables like he told the prophets. Only those who have the will of Adonai and the love for Adonai and obey the laws and statutes and commandments of Mushi could unravel any parable, no matter how they write it down in their books. The Spirit is the miracle of all miracles, and there is no other. And those miracles come from Adonai. In dreams and visions, seek ye shall find. But getting back to Revelations, and Mushi, John, Zechariah, Daniel, all of these people understood who Adonai was. And they never saw his face, the same as I never saw his face. But I saw something. But what I saw was meant for me to see and understand. Yet no man has seen the true face of Adonai, but they have seen him. Whether he come looking like Jesus, or like Mushi, or like Elijah, or like John the Baptist that you call him. No matter. The Spirit is invisible and can do whatever it can. Transfiguration, that's a good word. Adonai can transfigurate no matter what it is. The imagination is mind-boggling if you knew Adonai's power. Now, we say that there's a war of Armageddon. It's called Megiddo. The arms meet at Megiddo. Is what that really means. When the armies, like you see today in America and Russia and Britain and all of them, they're just building all these fancy weapons, man. Yeah, man. All of these weapons they're building not to fight you. They already got you in captivity, but to fight God. And this is what he said they would do. You know that word, onward Christian soldier? See, they call themselves Christian soldiers. They got pictures of the Christians being soldiers marching off to war. That's right. You're going to march right to the valley outside the gate of David, that you call David. In one spot at the horse's gate called the Valley of Decision, Megiddo. Arms at Megiddo. That means everybody's going to gather their arms and all this fancy crap they got that shoot out of the sky, and they're going to meet up with Adonai. Hey, and they said that God's going to fight them with his words in his mouth. That's true. All God's got to do is shoot lightning out of his mouth, cause thunderstorms, snow to fall. That's the strength of God, you fools. Those are elements. I've been trying to tell you in all my videos about the elements. Be very aware of the elements. You've seen tornadoes come up out of nowhere. Earthquakes happen without warning. They got all these sophisticated machines trying to find out where the earth is shaking. You can feel it shaking, so what? You still can't tell when God's going to release it, though. And that's the power of God. Now, if God's going to fight with his words, what was his words? Read Revelations chapter 4 and chapter 5. His words and his sword are thunders and lightnings and utterances and blizzards, storms, earthquakes, diverse places, like a woman in birth pain. Oh man, I thought you people were Christians, but I forgot you're a Christian soldier. Now, I would like to say, all of you believers that keep lying, saying that you're Jesus, you're the Messiah, no man has seen the Messiah, fool, as he really is. Even if the ones that saw Jesus, they saw him, right? You didn't, so you don't even know what he looked like. You didn't see Mushi, but you got pictures of saying, oh, this is Moses. History Channel always showing Moses, David, oh, the pretty wavy hair, you know, and all of that good stuff, and they never saw him. So they go to the Pope, tell him that they saw him. He said, draw pictures of him. So this idiot gets up on the ceilings, on the walls in the Vatican, make all these pictures, and you know what most of them showing? A bunch of naked butt women showing their big fat ass, and men showing their little Peter Weeder, or is it a tweeter? Oh, you guys got to be ridiculously crazy, because I watch the world, all these preachers and these teachers. Everybody knows about God. Hell, that's what you know about. Hell, you don't know about God, because if you did, you'd shut the hell up until you knew after he shows you what's going on. So go ahead and be a hypocrite. We got all these clowns coming on YouTube saying, I'm the Messiah. Didn't God tell you that if he say he's here and who he is, don't go there? The fool might be in the desert, let him stay there. The scorpions will get him. He's in the ocean, let him stay there. Those killer whales, the great white shark, which is half black and half white. White shark got black top, white bottom, but they call him the great white. See, I hear you. But dig this, dog. You religious leaders should shut the hell up. I know you're getting rich. If you're the right race, you're getting rich. I watch the viewers on this. When you tell the truth, you get very few views. They don't publicize it. You get up there and lie like Sarah Palin, or Dick Cheney's daughter, or Dick Cheney, Karl Rove, Glenn Beck, making $40 million a year to lie to you, and you just eat it up. Didn't God tell you that the evil people would love to hear those soothing words of evil? You don't want to hear nothing righteous about God, and yet and still you're a Christian. Hey, I could never be a Christian no more than I could be a Republican or a Democrat. Those are all con artists. Those are the three unclean spirits like frogs. That's the Antichrist. What you see the Antichrist do will let you know he's the Antichrist. And if you don't do what he do, he's going to throw you in jail. Go in there and look at all them brothers in there. Look at the color of the people. Look at all them Mexicans in there. Yeah, man. All of them, brother. And how much time do they get? Man, a black man will get 500 years for stealing a pack of bubble gum. White boy killed 25 white people and get off on good behavior in a couple of days. And all these pretty women in Hollywood, drunk driving, you know, this little chick they got on TV every day, and then they had that other, all these singers and stuff, you know, the white ones, the girls. And they start crying to my old mom, call Palin to help me get out of this crap. And then the judge give them hard time, you know, 3 months. And they spend 3 days, just like you see on TV every day. But you got to remember, they're white. See, I'm black, but I ain't dumb. You might think I'm stupid, but I ain't crazy. See, I know what's going on. I'm the man that whisper things, the wisdom. Take heed that you understand what I say. I joke, but I don't smoke dope. Y'all, man, you can. Si se quieres, they said. You see, the quieres. See, that's what they're doing in Arizona. Si say, get the hell out of the country. And take your babies born here with you. And if you don't like it, we'll bring on the big boys with the guns. Shalom. Bevakasha. You have a nice day. Adios, amigos. Hasta luego. Pancho. See?